What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. And of course, I am your host, Dre Mac, like I said that before. Now, when I'm not pissing off Star Wars fans, guess what I'm talking about? T'Challa. Yeah, that'll get you started. Well, today I didn't get a chance to do it when it dropped on August the 23rd, but I'm going to give my review on Black Panther number 3. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. I am loving Dr. Eve Ewan's run because Wakanda is not like what they put out on film, and I like that. It's actually a place, it's actually people, and there's actually things going on within these people that T'Challa needs to find out about. Oh my goodness, am I excited? Do I love it? Am I excited? You goddamn right. I love it. And I'm ready for it. But hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant for that. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know a lot of you guys are gonna piss a lot of Star Wars fans. You know what I'm saying? But come on back, come on back. If you like T'Challa, Wakanda, the Black Panther, all of that, I think you will really like this particular episode of the Dre Max Show. I think you will really like it. Again, we're gonna go over and review Black Panther number 3. But the real question is, all right, all right. And if you're watching this on the premiere, all I ask for is a thumbs up. If you like the video, if you don't like the video, thumbs down. Tell me why you don't like it. A lot of people didn't like so they didn't like my thumbnail and what I said. Half of them didn't even watch the video, but I appreciate that. You got me a lot of clicks, and if that's what it is, that's what it is. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna, you know what? I ain't gonna talk about that video. I ain't gonna talk about that video. Because that video is still being rendered. I mean, that video is still going through the algorithm right now. YouTube is pushing it. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And guess where I'm at? I am exactly 99 subscribers away from the 2K mark, which is a big accomplishment for me on this app because I didn't have a video like I did on TikTok that pushed me through the stratosphere, and I got a lot of followers like immediately or stuff like that. This has been a grind, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I'm rewarding you guys that is liking and subscribing to the channel. So Dre from the past, that beard didn't grow right in yet, go ahead and tell them what we got cracking once we hit 2,000 subscribers.
What's up? This your man Dre Mac. Want a chance to win a little bit of my money?
Got my money?
Well, all you got to do is like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. You know why? Because I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers.
Baby needs shoes. My wife needs clothes.
Once I hit 2,000 subscribers, if you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, you will actually have a chance to win a $100 gift card.
Message.
Again, like, share, subscribe, share with your friends. Once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm giving away $100. Want a chance to win? All you got to do is do that, and I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully, you're the winner.
And again, once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I am going to give away a $100 gift card. We're going to have a special impromptu live. Once that happens, I'm going to randomly who's ever, and this is the way it works. All you have to do is be in the comment section of that video. If you're in the comment section of that video, all you have to do is comment. Your little name will be placed in a hat. Of course, I wear a lot of hats. Placed in a hat. And by the end of the video, the live, once we're kicking it and all of that stuff, I will draw, and whoever wins, you will have to DM me or email me your information. You know what I mean? And there you go. That's it. Very simple. And hopefully you guys are, you got, I pull someone out, you know what I'm saying? They're a winner. And they rock with me. They're not just coming in to get the money, they actually rock with me. And honestly, God, I hope that that's, a few people that I know that rocks me all the time. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You continuously are, are in my comment section or on my lives. You know what I'm saying? Or you checking this out and you're on the premiere right now watching this video. So I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you, the ones that rock with me, you're the winner and not just some rando. But if it's a rando, it's cool. You know what I mean? So anyway, Dr. Eve Ewing, thank you. Thank you for fully fleshing out the world of Wakanda. The reason why I'm saying this is that we all know that the last person that wrote Black Panther, Lord Voldemort, ain't got no nose, ain't got no eyebrows or hair. Still talking possum tongue. You know what I'm saying? Ruined the Black Panther. Ruined T'Challa. And because Dr. Eve Ewing had to basically get a saxophone with the kazoo on it and pick up the pieces. This is why we're at where we're at now, where Dr. Eve Ewing's run. But, for all you guys who said that my video was boring, let me give you some excitement right now. What Dr. Eve Ewing is doing right now with the world of Wakanda, she is fleshing it out and it's actually now becoming a part of Black Panther. It is becoming its own thing, its own character. And that is something that has been missing from Black Panther for a long time. We always got the royalty and we haven't really seen Wakanda be fleshed out in this way, to me, just to me, since Priest's run. Hunland did a couple things. Not it did a lot. Not saying he did a couple things. He did a lot. But what Dr. Eve Ewing is doing right now with the world of Wakanda is not making it just some, it is, and it is a technological marvel, it's a futuristic Afrocentric place. That's what it is. But it has real people in there with real issues, real problems, crime. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. Crime families. You know what I mean? Things that happen in normal cities are happening here in the world of Wakanda. And I could not ask for something better because now, this takes T'Challa into a place where he could get, and I said this before in a previous Black Panther comic review video, it gets him to a place where he could be next to the people. Now, what T'Challa being next to the people is in the vein of what Batman has been doing throughout his whole entire run. I mean, besides beating up the people, we're talking about, what does that world look like of Wakanda now? If he's supposed to be the ruler and king of Wakanda, which I believe he will get back there. You know what I'm saying? It's probably going to take close to the that 15 issue run, because that's what it seems like it goes to, unless the editorial team say, hey, we'll give you another year on this. You know what I'm saying? And then she's a mainstay. Dr. Eve Ewing is a mainstay. Hopefully she is a mainstay, because I can see a lot of things that she's doing with the world of Wakanda. But what I like about this is that you have T'Challa, who was just exiled out of Wakanda. There's political things. You're going, they're looking at going from a monarchy to democracy. We don't know how this is going to go. I always would say that it is actually better for the king to get his crown back. You know what I mean? It would be disappointing. I'm not even going to sit up here and tell you a bold-faced lie, because that's something that Dre Mack just does not do. I'm not going to tell you a bold-faced lie and tell you that him being king is something special, and if he's not king by the end of this run, I will be disappointed. And it's the honest to God's truth. Because we don't need to have with Lord Voldemort, we don't need his stench, his stank, none of that. We don't need any of that on this run. So if she is able, Dr. Eve Ewan, please, you'll probably never watch this video, but if you do, because I know you're busy, just consider that the reason why a lot of people like, especially in the Black community, that we like T'Challa and we like him in this essence, because he is a king. He's a ruler, no different than Dr. Doom in Liberia, no different than other characters. And we need to keep that character in the mainstay of his kingship. That's what makes him special. This is our personal Game of Thrones. Why not continue to exercise that? Show what that looks like in your eye, in your view, because you have an excellent plan that I'm starting to see grow out from him, introducing other characters, introducing people who can be able to be an asset, even a possible love interest, for the king of Wakanda. And we love saying he's the king. We don't want him to be President T'Challa. That don't sound right. We want the king. That's what we want. So let's get into it. Let's go over parts of Black Panther number 3 here. And this was dedicated to John Romita Sr., somebody that I've got comics of, that he drew. One of my favorite comics is, I think it's Spider-Man Annual number 15, the first introduction, or it could be 16. I think it's 16. The first introduction of Monica Rambeau in the comics, where Peter Parker was being a creep. Yeah, Peter Parker was being a creep in that whole entire run. And I like this. You know the reason why I like this cover? And I think it's Chris Allen who drew that. Let me make sure that he is. Yeah, it's Chris Allen. And again, RIP to John Romita Sr., John Romita Jr. Is his is the son. Great comics out of John Romita. He will be missed. He's in the vein of the Dickos, in Jack Kirby's and all that. He is, somebody who is a great. Just look at what he created. He is one of the greats out here. So I would never forget John Romita. Again, he illustrated one of my favorite comics. So, RIP to John Romita, and I'm glad that they put a lot of emphasis on his work and what he did for the comic industry. So I appreciate John Romita. But let's get into this comic. Now, this is awesome. And this is the reason why the beginning of this is awesome, because the character of Bisa, you know what I'm saying? Bisa, which I just found out means it's an antelope. It's a type of antelope that's in Africa. You know what I'm saying? She's a Bisa onyx. You know what I'm saying? That's what she goes through. Nimble. Antelope. Sometimes antelopes be getting away from cheetahs. You know what I'm saying? But they don't get away from panthers. But he comes in and he's clearly on his detective comics ish, and I love this because he knew who it is. Her name is Natima. You know what I'm saying? And we get a little bit more of Natima. And I'm not going to lie, Chris Allen, oh my God, you have drawn this woman so beautifully. Chef's kiss on the way that you drew this woman. Very, very beautiful drawings. You know what I mean? But he is finding now he knows who she is. He's on his Detective Comics. You know what I'm saying? He's on his, I don't want to say he's on his Batman, because this is the character of T'Challa. T'Challa's he's smart. How you think he scouted the Fantastic Four? You'll be able to see if he can take them on. Then if he can take them on, he most definitely could be able to take on Claw and all of his goons. So of course, we're getting back to T'Challa being smart, using his brain, detective work, finding out who she is. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. Matter of fact, he's not even posing a threat to this woman because, like I said before, I didn't think she was a villain The way that her character was or whatever. I said anti-hero, but I never seen her as a villain. So we are getting into the point where T'Challa absolutely knows who this is, and then he's breaking down why she was breaking into these places and finding that information. You know what I mean? So she's letting them know that there's a series of kidnappings that's going on, and she's trying to find out that information. So she's doing a lot of detective work in her own right, a la someone over in DC Comics, maybe a cat, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a woman. That's the vibe that Eve's character is giving me in this, where T'Challa's Batman of Bruce Wayne and this character of Natima, which we just found out her name. She's the quote unquote Catwoman. You know what I'm saying in this story. So she's just letting them know about Bitties, and this is another place in Wakanda that they got these rich and powerful elites, and they're going up missing. And he's giving his own thoughts. You know what I mean? So this is talking about the families that's in Wakanda, and this again, this is something that need to be told, because now you introduce T'Challa to a whole new rose gallery of villains. Something that I had my man, shout out to Theo, shout out to Be Real with D Real, shout out to Chill, shout out to SSK Dot and Blue and all these other guys, but shout out to Theo and D Real because they the OGs. I will always defer Black Panther Rose Gallery to the OGs. I have a lot of Black Panther comics or whatever, but being honest, because I have so many comics, I don't remember all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of okay, let me check that. Deadpool, I do. Deadpool, that's a little different with Deadpool. Me and Deadpool got a special relationship, but with these characters that you're creating in this environment, in this atmosphere now that you're creating in Wakanda with these crime families, you have now a way for T'Challa to be able to have his own set of rose galleries that he can be able to fight, he can be able to deal with. Shout out again to Dr. Eve Ewing for giving this guy other people. You know what I'm saying? That's just not Killmonger. You know what I'm saying? Or not Nakia, Malice, or somebody different. And this will be able, number one, to get people on board about how, again, intelligent, smart, his detective skills and all of that, and to be able to get some of these newer characters a place to shine, to see, hey, are we going to gravitate towards this new family? Are we going to gravitate towards this new villain or this overarching villain and stuff like that? And the world of Wakanda is not all what it's cracked up to be. It's just not everybody's happy while living in bliss or whatever. Yeah, that might be how it was in the Golden City, but even in the Golden City, hell, they still have problems. You know what I'm saying? With the monarchy and them feeling like T'Challa's not doing this and Shuri said T'Challa's not doing that. So there's always been problems, but with the outer cities, that's where we're starting to get a little more of that information. So yes, in this scene, and look at the way that they drew the sister that got nailed. She looks absolutely gorgeous in this. You know what I mean? So they're talking about the crime bosses. Yes, there's crime bosses now. Into Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? And he said the word I think is Damayo or Daimyo comes to mind, or the sovereign. That's what they're talking about. And they're talking about this family, you know what I'm saying, who have been taken over Wakanda in Biddy by force. You know what I'm saying? And it went from his father to to the son, to the other son. You know what I mean? And it's like the monarchy with Black Panther, and what he went through with his father, you know what I'm saying, T'Chaka, you know what I'm saying, to T'Challa. So this is talking about what has been going on. And it says here, he declared that he was now the Baba father to all the family and the city of Burning T'Chaka. So they have things, they have corruption going on in Wakanda that Black Panther could be able to go and solve. The smart, and it's like what I like about this is that it's the smaller things. You know what I'm saying? That you can start off with before we get to the more bigger crimes and the bigger things. And actually in this scene, this is a flashback to Black Panther 1 of this series and Black Panther number 2 to show why she was doing the things that she was doing. Now the mask makes sense because it's an antelope mask. And now we know why she's called Bisa Onyx. You know what I'm saying? The Onyx, you know. And now you're talking about Inyobi, which Inyobi was the lawyer who we got introduced to, the lawyer for the city we got introduced to, and Black Panther number 1. So he was saying, he was asked, so what business does he have with these kidnappings? You know what I'm saying? And she explained to him, none. One of the disappeared is a wealthy investor, had loaned money to a local vendor who bought the paperwork to Niobe to look over. I had hoped that the records might have be illuminating. They were not. So they're showing her detective work that she's doing right now. Again, not a villain. She's an anti-hero, but she's not a villain. And again, I strongly believe this might lead to a little something. Just because now T'Challa's not giving away his hand, but to me, this interaction to me is probably going to lead to something. Maybe her falling for T'Challa, in the end. But even if they kept her separate, I'll be okay with that. But I just have a feeling that this character is going to be someone who could be able to understand where T'Challa is at this point in time. So again, he's asking, so you broke into this man's house and for nothing? You know what I'm saying? And she said, that's the Pentagon and the Kettle Black. And she still didn't believe who he was. You know what I'm saying? And they have this little back and forth where he's just basically, he's seeing things, and he knows, oh, you got this vibranium that you forged. That's very impressive. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I said, I think that this is going to lead to something more. So he says, so a friend of yours was kidnapped, a lover, ? And she said, and no, and you impersonated the Black Panther seeking needless danger. You grew up in great comfort, I suppose. I did. Went to a university. A few. Yes, well, I did not. This is this is my form of study. It's fascinating for me. It fascinates me. Forensic detective work and you know what I'm saying? And he cuts her off. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. It goes into, and I need the family's equilibrium, the city of equilibrium, to do what I do if people like this continue to go missing. So she's actually for the people. And I love that. He said, you no longer be able to rob them. He said, to put it in delicately, just when I thought I was going to suggest you had a promising future in law enforcement. So he sees her potential. And that's why I was like, maybe, just maybe he's fishing to find out more of why she's doing what she's doing. He said, but you had interest in pretending to be the nation's protector while the real Black Panther is in exile. So they know that T'Challa is out there in exile. She throws a little vibranium spear at me. He said, you got me spot on. You know what I'm saying? And then she realizes that this is T'Challa, the Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that he's recruiting her. This is just the beginning of the book. And like I said, Dr. Eve Ewing is doing a magnificent job. Chris Allen, Matt Chatter, they're doing an amazing job. You know what I'm saying? With this look, the Jesus or Bartov, the color illustration, they're doing an amazing job. So now you get to see, what's going on. There's going to be a wedding of these two families. And we're gonna catch up with T'Challa in his disguise, which, you know what I'm saying, it's not to bring too much attention to itself. And he's calling the wedding of the century. And I'm glad that they reference, you know what I'm saying? He was like, the wedding of the century. Who are you talking about? And he said, it's the greatest union Wakanda's ever seen. He's like, greater than the marriage of King T'Challa to Aurora Monroe. Get out of here. I was like, I hear that was quite the event. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so my marriage to Storm was nothing on. That sucked compared to this. And she looks like, that she's a younger Wakandan and maybe she doesn't understand. And they call her out because it's like, are you just looking at the glitz of the glamour? So So he was like, "Oh, the bride, the Aleo family, old money, the manufacturers, the shaped the city years ago. Oh, and he just said, "Hey, I know this family," and she just explained to him who these two people are. You know what I'm saying? So it's a loyal family, and I think it's a Nikusi family. You know what I'm saying? That's getting ready to marry. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be, wealth combined. So that's why they are marrying. But these three Terry Crews looking dudes come through there. You know what I'm saying? And T'Challa as IZ is like, how may I help you? And my man starts going to his pocket, you know what I'm saying? And the way he said it, you know what I'm saying? I think you can. And my man grabbed that wrist. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all know anything, you grab that wrist, you grab that wrist, you could be able to disarm somebody real quick. Let me tell you, man, trust me, I had some judo training. You grab that wrist, you know what I'm saying? Just trust me on that. But anyway, he grabs my man's up and they start pulling out the Wakanda blinkies, like, he was like, get back, Zanibi. They are with the Nikisus. I can't read these really well, or I can't pronounce these that well. I think it's Nikusus. And it was like, hey, we don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? But this part was funny when he said every dishwasher in town thinks he's Bruce Lee. Biddy is out of control. But I'm just trying to see you just listen. All he's doing is giving him a food list because the bride is from this part of town that she grew up in. And she wants the food. She says she just wants it from nostalgia, some simple food because she grew up here. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a special request. And it was like, man, 7 o'clock. You want me to do this all quick? Yep. Go ahead. I think you should go ahead and get this done. Now, again, since T'Challa's undercover in this, he's getting all of the tea. And again, this is something that we've seen out of Moon Knight. This is something that we see out of Bruce Wayne, except he's doing it from the corporate side. It is, and again, I reiterate, I am so glad to be able to see T'Challa in this area doing some manual labor work, but he's also getting intel. You know what I'm saying? He's the one who's making a market run. He's going out there and letting everything be know. And girl, like, must have been very challenging. He was like, very, because he snatched old boy up real quickly. You know what I'm saying? And he's reaching out to Natima and said, hey, slight change of pants in a good way. I have a bit of a cover now. We could be able to get into this royal wedding. And if I tell you that they drew this woman so beautifully, oh my God, her hair, her skin tone, I mean, good God Almighty, she is gorgeous. Let me tell you, she is gorgeous. And remember, he's reminding her, hey, don't be crashing through the ceiling this time. You know what I'm saying? But they made this woman look gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous. I would love to see a character like this on the big screen. If you would like to see a character like this on the big screen, put it down in the comment section below that you would like to see in Natima. Now, Natima is a person that I would believe that will be a Wakandan. That you didn't have to make. I'm ranting, but you didn't have to make Nakia a hero. What you could have did was make a character like Natima. And Natima would have been a perfect person instead of having Malice be a hero in the story. You know what I'm saying? So this is just going back, and this is a flashback again. Let me just read this real quick. This is Mohanda, Wakanda's northern neighbor many years ago, and this is a flashback of the family. Focus, Natima, focus. And this is Natima. This is who we talking about. This is her flashback. And again, this is subtle things that makes this character, you know what I'm saying, a lot better and the more understanding. You know, you see that she was a gymnast. So now you see why she was so agile. Our child from the room, my very womb, no matter what, I don't care. It's a disgrace on our family. All the hopes and dreams we invested. What am I supposed to tell my father, my brothers? You know what I'm saying? And again, she's a runaway from home, it looks like. Natima, where are you, my love? No, my baby is gone. What to tell your father, your brothers, and tell them you drove your own child away. So whatever, we're getting small little backstories to who Natima is. And again, I believe because we know that she ran away from home, she got driven out for some odd reason. We're going to find those out probably. We're going to find those out exclusively in later issues, but we know now why she exiled herself from her family, and now she's going to be able to have something in common with T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's why I said maybe this is a start of something. I don't know, but at least they going to have some type of common ground once they actually get to know each other. So now we are burning T'Chaka. This is the day of the royal wedding. You know what I'm saying? They even got the news crew out there. You know what I'm saying for this world wedding. And he was like, "You're bringing this from where?" It was like, hey, he's all good. Special delivery, bride's request. So now he's getting ready to go into the royal wedding. This is his cover. And he's actually talking to the team right now, personal bridal suite. Then I'll backtrack. Only two of them guarding for what I assume is Nikisu suite. What's your position? So again, you know, what can I get you, beloved? Oh, surprise me. And this is her, Natima. So she's got herself disguised. She's in a palace. She's looking gorgeous. I love that dress. She's looking absolutely amazing. Y'all are killing it. I'm telling you. And I'm proud. I love to see Black people in comics not look like caricatures. They look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? They look elegant. I love, man, this is warming my heart. The pro-Black heart in me. You know what I'm saying? The Dr. Umar in me is loving every bit of this. Well, let's go ahead and finish this up. So, so he's going around. He said, hey, he got something special for her. You know what I'm saying? And he said, how very rustic. Crash. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Because as he said, damn it, we never came up with this. Damn it, we never came up with code names, which is Natima, talking to T'Challa. He said, Wedding Crasher 2, pot calling the kettle, calling the kettle holy boss. I think you need to get down here. Now that proves that she worshipped the Panther goddess boss. In her city, they worship the Panther, or at least she does. So that is something good to know that she is, she worships the Panther goddess boss. I believe that's not a coincidence. I believe that is something we'll learn in future issues, and I can't wait for that. All right. So he said, any second will be good. Wakanda's protector. So we see Deathlock come down. Deathlock, we all seen in the second issue, Deathlock has been programmed. You know what I'm saying? And programmed for self-destruction. He's coming from self-destruction. That's a little old school for y'all young cats. He's coming around to whoop ass, to take names. You know what I'm saying? He said, what did he say? He said several Wakandas could use to protect it from whatever this is. She doesn't even know what this is, but she has her gear. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely T'Challa comes in. I'm here, and this appears to be Deathlock. And now we're getting ready for the fight in episode 4, Deathlock versus T'Challa, next showdown. So again, this is going along right where I like it. You still having the mix of villains in there, so he could be able to, he'd be able to fight. Deathlock is now part of that. But again, we're looking at the families now. We're looking at these crime families and these integral parts of Wakanda. While we're, casual fans think, oh, just Wakanda, just a beautiful place. I love to go to Wakanda. And we're finding now places like Burning T'Chaka and Biddy and Equilibrium and all these other places is no different in Wakanda to any other city that is out there. So I love that. I think Eve Ewing has a plan and a purpose to build back up T'Challa, and not once has she had T'Challa out here looking like a chump punk bitch or any of a pussy punk bitch. None of that. T'Challa is being T'Challa, and I love every minute of this run. So if you haven't went out and got this Black Panther run, go out there to your local comic book shop or go to mycomicshop.com. Go and order the pages of the Black Panther. It has been amazing. But what did you guys think about Black Panther #3? I absolutely am enjoying this run. It is so much of a palate cleanse from what the hell Lord Voldemort gave us earlier. So what did y'all think? Make sure to put it in the comment section below. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. You know this, yada, yada, yada. You know we got to wrap this thing up because I got to get up out of here. You know what I mean? So you already know
Yo,
what
the
it
sign
is.
is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
You already know, got to wrap it up. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you again for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? If you're mad at me, hopefully this made you happy. I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe hard, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Where is my outro at? Let me get up out of here. Let's go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.